Hello and welcome to this episode of the Lessons from the Core podcast. I am your host, Lisa Cara. I'm so happy to have you here today. This is episode 7, and I was super excited in preparation to bring you this episode because you're going to get so many great takeaways and actionable writing prompts that you can do right away. So you can, as you're listening to this, you can press pause and do the writing prompts right away, or you can come back to it and look at just get thinking about it as you listen through, thinking about just what some of your feelings are right away, and then sit down and do the writing prompts when when you want to set aside some time to do it. And they will also be linked up in the show notes. Now, I myself, so I've taught Pilates for 22 years. Um, Oh, I have to show you my shirt. So for those of you that are watching this on the video, my t-shirt says book yeah. And it's white t-shirt with pink writing in a font that I like. Did this one on some drop shipping through Gelato. So easy to do if you have a WordPress website. And I had just wanted to make some fun t-shirts to go along with things that had to do with movement, meditation, and writing. For myself, being a Pilates instructor for 22 years and a author as well, I find writing is just so beneficial to feel your feelings and then work through the healing of those things that we need to heal in our lives. So being able to write it and face it and move through your feelings through your own body and your own kind of compass. I've kind of learned in the last 6 months, I always keep saying to myself, there's no amount of like venting to the wrong person that can equate with the amount of exercise and moving through things through your own body and really knowing your body, what it feels like in times of stress, in times of calm, in times of happiness, all the feelings, right? We want to be able to get in touch with all of those feelings, feel all of our feelings. And writing is a great way to just get in touch with things you didn't even realize you were thinking about or dreaming about or focusing on. And on my website, if you go to our website and you sign up on our email list, you will automatically get a download for a meditation. But we also have writing prompts. So what I'm going to go through today, you'll get in when you sign up for our email list. There's 10 writing prompts on this one. But even with writing, it's interesting. I had given these writing prompts maybe 1 or 2 years ago, and it's so interesting how, as I look at them now, I can remember exactly what I was going through in life and why I picked some of these things. I was going through a very masculine time when I was really trying to go, go, go and not feel the feelings. And I've, since learned that it's for me more beneficial to be okay with feeling whatever feeling it is, knowing that we can move this energy through our body. We can use exercise, meditation, breathing exercises to reset whatever it is we need to reset. That's how I like to look at things. You do what works for you. And, just take these with a grain of salt, see what works, keep what works, and toss aside what doesn't, because you know you better than anyone else around. So yes, book yeah t-shirt. This is on my website, imbalancepilates.ca. I find for myself, it's so fun to learn new tech things and new ways to do things and new ways to uh, share out your brand and share out what you love doing. So these t-shirts and hoodies and things are on my website. So for myself, as I mentioned, if we are just meeting today, I have taught Pilates for 22 years. I had a brick and mortar studio for 11 years. It was such a blast, so much fun, so many core lessons that I learned from my clients, from being in business, collaborations, all the things, right? Being a busy mom and wife and owning a business at the same time. So many things to juggle and so many things to learn. So for myself, after I had my studio for about 11 years, I ended up having a concussion. And it was really interesting because the exact day before it happened, I had been thinking about wanting to make some changes with my studio, but I wasn't really sure which changes and how to go about doing it. And I had a session with someone the day before it happened. And after that session, I felt like, okay, I'm clear. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But it was kind of things that I kept telling putting it out there that, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And I never would do it. Next day, whacked upside the head, forced in quite a sense to let go of certain things, do certain things. So some of you know that the name of this podcast, Lessons from the Core, is also the name of a chapter that I wrote in this book, Women Who Inspire. What a fantastic opportunity it was. So I'm definitely coming at this from just how healing writing is. I've also been in this celebrating 365 days of gratitude, with I think 3 editions of that. So I just really love being able to connect with publishers. My publisher here, Kate Butler in New Jersey, with Women Who Inspire. There's a huge Inspired Impact book series. So many fantastic authors and connections through all of that, with Donna Kozik and the Gratitude book. So many ways to, if you're wanting to get published and get in with some publishers and just work with different people that way, connect with me, reach out, email, and I can definitely introduce you to some of those fantastic publishers. So when I knew I figured I was going to downsize my studio after having that concussion. And once I realized that, I knew in my heart there was going to be like some major changes, right? So when I saw a post for that Kate Butler was looking for another author in this book, Women Who Inspire, which was the second book in the series, I saw that post. I think that's something that we can look back on our life and come back always to these memories where it's things that we'll never forget, right? It's those pivotal moments where, whether it really changed the trajectory of our life or it brought in new collaborations and connections. And it was such a healing process for me. So as I said, knowing that I was going to be downsizing the studio, having this new endeavor, having a new career to work towards with becoming a best-selling author, and just everything that went along with book launching and all of the marketing around that was all new. So it was such a great learning experience in so many ways. And as well, such a sanity saver, because my Pilates studio was, my first baby. I started my business back in 2006 was when I first opened a studio that I shared with someone else, with a massage therapist. So going through having that studio and knowing that I was definitely going to be losing that studio, I was going to be downsizing, having this new project was just really sanity saving. Having something to be creative and meet new people was exactly where I needed to be. So always so thankful and grateful to Kate Butler and the whole Inspired Impact book series, to Donna Kozik, and the publishing that I've done with her as well. So thank you. And again, reach out if you would like to meet. So today what we're going to do is go through some writing prompts. So I've got the 10 of them that are in a PDF that easily you'll get right away. Send up to the email list and that'll get right out to you. But I also found some new ones for today that I'm so excited to share these with you, because they really get you thinking about where you are in life, where you want to go, thinking about nice memories from the past. And it'll just give you more insight into where you are today and where you're really feeling and where your heart is taking you. So you want to listen to those internal nudges and those internal signs, and just be open to wherever life is taking you. So I will link these up in the show notes. You will get these directly to your email inbox after you sign up to our email list. And some of these are taken from this 300 Writing Prompts book through piccadillyinc.com. Okay, I got this at, actually, it was like a dollar store in the States, Five Below store in the States. And I'm in Canada here. So let's just get started and crack on into this, because you are going to love getting in touch with yourself this way. So grab your favorite notebook, grab your favorite pen that you love to write with, and let's get started. So the first one we are going to get into is write about a moment when you felt proud of yourself. Number 1. Number 2, in what way are you strong? I love that one. And this is the one where I know I was too heavily in my masculine because my question is, what takes too long? Next one, complete this thought. I wish I had paid more attention when. And I mean, that is such the premise for this podcast, Lessons from the Core. I always love to ask my guests at the end, tell me about a red flag moment that you learned, one of your lessons from the core, because, we can always go back and be able to pick up those moments where, oh, if I had have paid a little bit more attention or listened to those red flags a little bit faster, the lessons might have come in a little bit differently. Next one, what do you look forward to every week? What do you need right now? Write about a time in your life that everything changed in the blink of an eye. Have you ever spoken up when you saw something going on that was wrong? Were you scared or were you empowered? What do you love doing that you wish you could get paid for? That's such a great question. Being able to really dive into like all of your strengths, weaknesses, what you do with ease, and where can that really lead to? It's a great question. Next one, number 10 on this download is, when have you experienced heaven on earth? Again, beautiful question. Think back to all those memories when you have experienced heaven on earth. Like, it just gives you such like juicy indicators about just where our true passions lie. Okay. Um And two, like, I find I've always said, putting pen to paper is so valuable. I'm definitely not a person to keep a diary. I'm not someone that sits down and writes out what I've done every day in a diary, not me, for many reasons. But I definitely am someone that loves these juicy prompts that you can really get into that inner knowing and just look at your life and things in a different way and see what are those things that just spark up and come right to the surface right away, because those are really true indicators of good lessons. And if you don't have yet, if you're looking at a way to get more, make meditation a daily habit, grab our 30-day meditation, master your meditation planner. Again, you're putting pen to paper. There's a sheet for each day, and it is a reprintable planner that you can reuse, and you can always go back to the guided meditation library that's inside. So that's always linked in the show notes, and that planner will get you started on a way to make that a non negotiable. So now we're going to cut into these next 10 questions and one more for a bonus. So we just went through 10. We're going to get into our next 10. And again, I think you're going to love these. So complete this thought. I wish I paid more attention when. Number 2, what is a memory that you would like to erase? Number 3, how do you strive to be similar or different from your parents? My parents are right over there. There, there. Um, Pointing to a picture. And okay, number 4. Oh, this one's a fun one. Imagine you are a news anchor or a journalist. Write the beginning of tonight's newscast on in a way that you wish the day would go. What do you wish would happen? Write a newscast about that. This one's a nice one. If you're like me, oh, I love connecting to music and just the beautiful feelings that you get from music and song and memories. So write about a song and the memories or feelings that it evokes in you. 6, I love this one. Do you have any dreams that reoccur? I love this one. anything about dreams. So dreams that reoccur, I myself, yes, I have certainly some vivid dreams that reoccur. There's this one house that I lived at. I lived at a friend's house, at her mom's house, and I always have this dream that I'm looking in the mom's bedroom, like just looking at it because it's so huge and beautiful. And in this dream, it had a huge pool in it. Every single time I come back, I'm looking, it's this certain shape. It's so interesting. And then ever since my head injury, interesting fact. So that was in what, 2016, vivid dreams that come true the next day. And I still have to like maneuver through. Sometimes it extremely freaks me out. Other times I'm just like, okay, no big deal. This is just how it is. I'll have a dream and I will see the exact same thing that next day. It's happened time and time again. Husband can vouch for me. It's sometimes freaky. I don't know. I've always said I should actually try to find like a really good dream expert to explain to me how this happens because I do not get how I will see something in this my sleep and the next day doesn't make any sense. So tell me, please write to me if you have dreams that you have a dream and then the next day or the day after that thing fully comes true. Please share it with me. I want to know that I'm not alone. Share with me your dream, people. Number 7. Oh, I love this one too. I love this one too. It really gets you thinking. What is something totally overrated in your world right now? Overrated. Number 8. You have magic soap. What does it wash away? That's a good one too. Number 9. What was the first thing that you ever saved up your money to purchase? Now for me, um, there definitely would have been like, some stuff with cars earlier, but my big exciting purchase that I always remember was my first rehab reformer, and I got it at one of the yoga shows in Toronto, probably back in like, I don't even know, 2003 or something like that. Um So exciting. It was my big purchase. I still have it, obviously. I love the reformer. Do you have any Stop Pilates equipment? Let me know. I love ladder barrel, stability chair, all the small props, reformer, everything. So much fun. If you want a session on Zoom, make sure you reach out. I've got the virtual studio. I do open up some sessions, so reach out depending on where you are. But if you're on Zoom, we can do that internationally. And yeah, I find it's so great to get that body moving. And whether you're getting the body moving to process emotions, to change your energy, to just feel whatever energy you're into, exercising to for your joints, for your health, for stability, for changing the body, sculpting the body, all the things, right? It's very important. And number 10, if you had a do-over button, what is one event in your life that you would like to have a second chance at? And our bonus one. What is one phrase that you'd really like to hear right now? What does your heart need? What do you need to hear right now? That's a good one as well. So these will be all written out in the show notes for you so that you can copy, paste, print them out, whatever, or just look at them on your phone. You can either press pause and come back to these anytime and just write right at the present time. So whether you're more into auditory, taking in things auditory or visually, I've got you covered. And I just want to thank you for listening and tuning in. I love being able to share anything that has to do with helping you through movement and meditation. And for myself, being a published author, again, writing just comes natural when it's writing to help you move through something. Getting published is so fun. As I said, all the things around book launching and all the collaborations that come with it, and just other PR opportunities. It's it's a blast. So I highly recommend if you've been thinking about wanting to write your own book, write a chapter in a book, contribute in any way, go for it. This is maybe your sign to get writing, get out that notebook, get out that pen, go for it, and reach out if you would like any connections with some of those publishers that I mentioned. So get on our email list. You can get those email prompts. You can get our meditation downloads, some of our Pilates replays, and you'll have access to our virtual studio. So I want to thank you again for being here on this episode 7, all about writing prompts to get you started, get you into that writing mode. Connect with us. You can listen to us and engage over on Podopolo and wherever you listen to your podcast. I'd always love a follow wherever you listen to your podcast and a review. And let me know how I can help you out. Book, yeah. Get in touch, and have a fantastic day. Thanks for being here.